Hello.
Good evening. So, that was bad timing. His phone's just fallen out of his pocket just as I hit the live button.
Oh no.
Good evening.
Hi.
Hi, my name's Barry.
And I'm Jay.
And we are Mitosu Crafts. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you. Yes, so if you are new to the channel, we are independent Stampin' Up demonstrators based in the UK. So if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Austria, or the Netherlands, you'll be able to purchase current Stampin' Up products from our online shop. And yes, we put out 2 videos, 2 lives every week. So it's worth considering subscribing to our channel if you would love some card making and papercraft inspiration using Stampin' Up products. So this evening we'll be using the In the Pines bundle again to create heat embossing on a card. But before we do that, we have got a free giveaway with this card that I created last Wednesday from our live. Again, using In the Pines with easy sponging for the background or foreground if you wish. So if you are popping on, do say hi and pop in a comment, and you'll be put into the random draw for the random draw. Sorry, my train of thought went for the random draw at the end of the live stream. And if you are watching the replay, do pop in a comment and you'll be put on to the random draw on our next live stream. Yay!
Did you get that?
Did that make sense?
Did you understand that? If
So
not,
yeah.
please let us know.
If you haven't seen this card and if you'd like to see how to create it as well for yourself, do check out our channel and it'll be on there. So last Wednesday, I created the Northern Lights technique as well. So some fun way of using your sponge dauber to create Northern Lights with Stampin' Up ink pads.
Yes, and daubers and
And
things
sponge
like that as well.
daubers, yes. So we've already got a few of you here, so we'll just say hello before we do the random draw.
Yes, so I can see we've got Sandra, Lyndall, Heather, Betty, Gigi, Sherry, Valerie, Jazzle Dazzle Craft. Janice. Sorry, I just read the end of it there. Christine, Mandy, Betty, Rebecca. Maybe you're on yet. I don't know because your comment says you'll watch us when you get home.
Yes.
So if I've missed your name, sorry. We'll try and keep up with it as we're doing the live.
Yes. So hi, thank you so much for joining us. And yes, we're gonna crack on and do the random draw for this card.
For this one right here. So it's all set up, and
Lights.
we have that light, camera, action, and yes, let's just update that feed. There we go,
Wow.
and the winner of this card is going to be Sherry.
Yay!
Sherry, you won again. Well done.
Wow.
How many times is that now? But yes, that card is going to be working its way over to you, Sherry. So as always, we do need you to give us your address once again, because we need it as confirmation that you are happy for us to send it to you. Even though we have already got it, we just need a confirmation at least that you're happy. So good. Lovely.
Yeah.
Right, so we're going to flip round and do tonight's demonstration.
I've got a mini.
You have got a mini. Okay, so let's have a little look. Oh, there we go. I'm going to hide the project which you're actually going to be doing. That was it. It was hiding. So yes, In the Pines is what we are going to be using again tonight. Let's just get the feed up so I can see you. That's it. Yeah, In the Pines, the pine wood dies, and I'm going to be using grey granite cardstock tonight as well. So these are just beautiful, so it's a good way of you building up your layers and your trees. I'm going to be using this one here and the outline for this one as well tonight. So just these two along with the sentiment here for Season's Greetings. That's that, and we're going to be doing a little bit of die cutting as well. So grey granite cardstock is what we will use. I like grey granite. It's obviously it's a neutral colour, but it's a warm neutral. It's not a cold grey. It's what I would class as a warm grey, which is why I quite like it. And we're going to cut this to our normal card base, which is 14.6 centimeters, which are 5 3/4 of an inch, to create our card base. And I will score this at 10.5 centimeters, which is 4 1/8 of an inch, to create our card base. Okay, so that's that part done. With the bit which we've got offcut, I'm going to create our bit which we're going to be doing the stamping on. Okay, and I'm going to cut this to 9.5 centimeters, so I'm going 1 centimeter smaller than the card base. So 9 centimeters, which will be 3 3/4 of an inch, by 13.6, which would be 5 3/8 of an inch. Okay. So you've got yourself another bit which you can do some more on later on. Okay. So that's what we will work with. So with some stamping, I am going to grab, again, we're going to go tone on tone tonight. So we're going to use grey granite ink on grey granite card. And what I'm going to do, come off. Just going to pop a bit of scrap underneath. And what I'm going to do is I am going to ink the inner part of the tree up first. Okay, and then I am going to basically just do a line of trees. So I'm going to go along here. Going to come off the page ever so slightly first. Then we're going to do another one. And I'm going to come in and overlap it ever so slightly and go up a tiny bit more. Like that. And we're basically just going to create a bank of stuff. So a row of trees. And that one's going to come down a little bit now. Do I? Yeah. And then the last one, we go over here and we come up a little bit higher. Just like that. Alright, so we have got ourselves our row of trees. Okay, it doesn't look much at the moment, but it will come together very quickly. I'm just going to clean as I go. You know me, clean as I go. So I've got my Stampin' Scrub and just clean that one off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some heat embossing, but I need to prepare my cardstock first. So I'm going to grab myself my embossing buddy, or whatever you use to take any excess moisture off of the card. Because I've done some stamping here already, obviously the card is going to be wet with some ink, so when I pour the embossing powder on it, it's going to stick to this. Now I don't actually want it to stick to this grey granite or where I've got any inky fingers or wet fingers, so I'm just going to basically dry it and take away any of the excess moisture which may be on the card. It doesn't damage it in any way. And that will take off the moisture off the stamping as well. So once that's done, I'm going to be using white stamping embossing powder, my heat tool, and I've got my Versamark. And now for this one, I'm going to also use the outer parts, which is going to give us my lines on my tree as well. One thing before I do that, I just realised I do just need to stamp one more. So that bit which we had for an excess part, we're going to stamp one more tree in the grey granite because I need to die cut that one out as well. So I'm just going to stamp one more. There. And then let's just take away, because we're going to emboss this one as well. Good, excellent. So I've got the outer part now, so you can see it probably a bit better. No, you can't, the light's in the way. So the outer part, which is going to give us detail on the leaves, and you've got the trunk of the tree. And I'm going to just use this with the Versamark. And I'm going to do all of it first. Jay, could you pass me over some of the liquid for the Stampin' Scrub, please? The mist. Thank you. And I'm just going to do this one here. So this is where it's tone on tone. It's a little bit tricky to see, so I'm just going to eyeball this as best as I can. And stamp down. And that's that one there. I think I've done a pretty good job there, but you can't really see it too well, but you will do when I get the lines, when I get the powder on it. Pop that to one side, or actually let's do that one first. See how well I lined it up. I think I did a pretty good job there. So let's pop that to one side and we'll heat emboss all at once. Tidy up as we go. Okay. And so let's do the same for these ones here. What I want to do is, the reason I wanted Jay to pass me the Stampin' Scrub is because I just want to clean this for a moment, because I want to now stamp this without the trunk on it. So I just needed to give myself a clean stamp. So if you haven't got a Stampin' Scrub, then I would highly recommend you get one. Or a chamois, but I think Jay goes for the Stampin' Scrub, the chamois more. I go for the Stampin' Scrub more. I think that's probably a fair assessment, Jay, isn't it?
Chamois is so easy.
Yeah, chamois is easy. So, but I like the scrub because I like to clean and dry it at the same time. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just basically going to ink up my tree here, but avoid the trunk. So I'm doing it this way, and then I'm just taking it up like this. But I'm just going to make sure I don't consciously go too far down. So I'm going to ink it up just below the base of the tree, but not actually ink up the whole trunk. And then we're going to then eyeball this again. It doesn't matter if it isn't, it's not necessarily it needs to be exactly on, as long as you're as close as you can, which I don't think that one is.
What's the date?
It's the 11th today. We're going to do that for all 4 trees, and then we're going to put the powder on. Is everything right in the kitchen, Jay? And we're just going to do that for the fourth one and then emboss. So how's everyone been? Jay's obviously on the comments now, in between cooking some dinner as well. So Jay's commenting and having a little look at everything. Sorry, Sue. Yes, we like to try and get the best out of all of our stamp sets. But yeah, I suppose we have spent a bit of time with this one recently. Yeah, and we've got a class coming up with it as well on Tuesday, which I'm looking forward to. So I'm now going to pop the powder on. I can see that I was quite off on the first one, but that's fine. And we'll just pour this powder on. Because we want to see a little bit of, we want to make sure we see the stamping behind as well. We don't want to cover it up completely. So being off slightly on this one is actually okay. And there we go. And tidy as we go, especially when it comes to the powder. So I can see how my trunk has got covered a bit. So I'm gonna, if I can find it, I'm gonna grab myself a paintbrush. So this is where having a paintbrush in your crafty stash comes in handy, even if you don't use it for painting. It's very handy when heat embossing, because you can actually go in and just now rub away this powder that we don't actually want.
Wow, 3 times Sherry was one.
Wow, Sherry, yes.
Yeah.
You've got so somebody needs to get in around about where Sherry's name is on the drawings, because she seems to be a very lucky person.
Oh, is it Thanksgiving Day?
There we go. So I've just taken away those you're going to see the ink there, but we're going to cover that up with a ribbon. That's fine. So let's do some heat embossing. So we're going to set this now. So I'm going to just angle this up. It's going to get a little bit noisy. So I've just seen Maureen. I've just seen your comment come through. Is everybody just going to use Sherry's name now?
We don't know. Sherry in the brackets, your actual name.
Yeah. There we go, so that's that one done, so that's now heat set, and we will do that one for the same one with the one which we done earlier on. And there we go. So there's that one right there. What I will do is I'm going to bring in the Suki, and I am going to now die cut the tree. So I was all organised and I brought my set and I got the die cut out, I'm sure I did. And I don't know where it's gone. There it is. Right by the side of me. What was it? So a friend of ours said the other day, if you can't find anything, just look to the right of you. And where was it? It was to the right of me. I suppose that depends on if you're left or right-handed. So obviously if you're right-handed, maybe you just chuck everything to the right of you and it's natural, so. And we're just going to cut this out. So it's the only bit of die cutting we're doing on this one tonight. And it cuts out perfectly. That's it, and there we go. So that's that one right here, and that one. So, and then that is just going to get put on this card around about here, so in between. So we've created that bank of trees, but I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals. But first thing I need to do first is I need to do some more stamping and heat embossing with the sentiment. So let's clean. Excuse me. And I'm going to use the Season's Greetings. And we are going to do that down in the bottom corner down here. So again, I'm just going to prepare my card just in case I've got any greasy fingerprint marks down the bottom down there.
Happy Thanksgiving to our Canadian followers.
Oh, yeah, okay. Happy, it's Thanksgiving in Canada, is it? Okay.
Yes.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And there we go. And we're just going to stamp Season's Greetings down to the bottom. Like that. And grab our white powder again. And that's that there. So let's heat set that. So I'm not sure if that's coming across on camera, but can you see what that looks like? I'll bring that up. Can you see what it looks like before? If you've never done heat embossing, you can see it's very dull and it's just, and then obviously it goes white and shining. That's the same with any embossing powder. So if you've never done embossing, it's a wow. I know it's one of the first things which we learned when we, or saw when we were crafting, and it was one of the things which got us hooked. So there we go. And that's that. So that's now set, and it's not going to rub off. Okay, so good. What we will do now is we've got two types of ribbon here. So we are using the ribbon from the Snowflake Splendor suite. So Snowflake Splendor ribbon is what it's called. And I'm also going to use this red sheer ribbon as well to go on this. I know everybody, I'm using ribbon and I'm using gems as well tonight. And that's just going to go across the base like this. So let's just snip a little bit off. And we're going to grab some tear and tape. And what we're going to do is just put this over like that. See, I've got myself quite a lot there, so I didn't need as much as I got, but that's fine. To attach that to the back, and then we will then do the same and attach it to the other side here as well. Try and put it as tight as we can, but not too tight that it's going to buckle the card, but you want it quite taut. Like that, okay. But I liked that, but because it's a see-through ribbon, I didn't like it too much with that one. So I'm going to use the Snowflake Splendor, which is just going to diffuse it a little bit, but it's the perfect thickness that it sits in between the red sheer ribbon as well. Quite nice. So I'm just going to now position that over the top of it. And round we go. And then I'll stick that back on there to hold that in place. With a bit of tear and tape. Thank you, Jan. Like sheer ribbon is perfect for tying bows because it's quite a nice thin ribbon to tie bows with, but yeah, on this particular one it was a bit too see-through for my liking. So just by popping that bit on the top there, you can see the ribbon through, but then you get that nice iridescence, and it just diffused it a little bit there, so it didn't make you couldn't see the trees underneath. They weren't as prominent. And that's that. Okay, so we're gonna grab our card base, and I'm just going to fold and burnish, and we're going to use some dimensionals here. So we're using our large dimensionals for this one, so I'm just going to use everything.
Something tonight?
I don't know. I've been on half an hour now. I think it's going to be a quick video tonight, so we're just going to do one, unless Jay wants to do something tonight, but I think we might keep it as a quick one, because by the time I finish this off, and then we pick a winner.
Are you saying I craft so slow?
Moving on. So keep it short and sweet tonight, I think. So yeah, so dimensionals on, so all the way around the outside and a couple in the middle, just so we don't get a saggy middle. It doesn't dip. Thank you, Sherry. Yes, I like. Yeah, it's quite a nice little idea. It was only because I did, like I say, when I put the red ribbon on, I thought I didn't like it because it was, like I say, it was too see-through, so I needed it. And then this the Snowflake Splendor worked perfectly with it, because obviously with the white trees, I think it worked quite well. So I'm now going to just position this in. Try and get this as even as I possibly can. So we've got a tone on tone card. There we go. And literally, all I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab my tree, which I've done from earlier on, and we're going to pop some dimensionals on this. That's going to go there. And we're going to, then that's just going to go over the top of the ribbon, so it's going to go around about here. And then it goes over that ribbon, which helps keep that ribbon down a tiny bit as well, because it's then tucked underneath, so it just holds it down a fraction. And then to finish off, we are going to use some of the wonderful gems. I know I said gems. And we're going to use some of these just to finish. Not that one. I'm going to use some of the clear ones. So if you haven't seen these yet, we are obviously red and white, or clear, which has got red, sorry, has got gold and iridescent glitter in it. So you've got the iridescent glitter in the red ones, and you've got gold glitter in the clear ones, and they are stunning. They're beautiful. They are wonderful. Boom, boom. So I'm going to use a large one to go around about here. And we go with a small one over there, and we'll take another large one, and we'll just pop that down. So we've created our triangle, and there we have it.
Wow,
That was quick. I told you I'd be quick tonight. And there we have it. There is tonight's card. So somebody is now going to win this. And it will probably be Sherry. But we are going to pick a winner for this one very, very shortly. So you can see there's the original, which I did, and which is exactly the same right there. Do you like that?
Hit that like thumbs up button.
Good. Yeah, remember to hit that thumbs up button if you have enjoyed this. So if you want to win this one here, get your comments in, because we are going to be picking a winner for this one very soon. Have you got anything to do at all, Jay?
I have a couple of, I can do that or do that with In the Pines.
Okay, well, do you want to do what? Would you like Jay to come on? Obviously, I've been only half an hour and I'm done. Would you all like Jay to come on and do a card? I don't know why I'm asking that, because you're all probably going to say yes. You're like, well, say no if you don't. Everything's, oh my god, I just want to win the card. Shut up now.
You can, whilst you're talking and waiting, you can talk about your card.
Okay, all right then. So Jay's just going to grab some bits and bobs, and he's going to come in and do a quick demo, or a demo for you. I say quick, but we'll probably be on for another hour now. Okay, so this is some cards I did the other day, and this is for the Gentleman Crafters design team blog hop, which me and Jay are part of. So there's a group of male demonstrators from around the world that we get together via a blog every month, and this is what I decided to create. So I created these two cards using some colours I wouldn't normally use, and I've also linked it to the global design project as well, and their challenge this month was a colour challenge, which was for using pumpkin pie, Cajun craze, and mint macaron. So they were the colours which we had to use, hence the colour combination for this as well. So this is using the Forever Fern stamp set with the coordinating embossing folder, and this was using the Floral Essence stamp set. And give thanks as well. I must have known. I did this kind of like for obviously our American and Canadian friends as well, who obviously celebrate Thanksgiving, and that's why I used give thanks for this one here, is because it was that. So it's quite fitting actually. Today is Thanksgiving
Yeah, the
in
American
Canada.
one, I don't think until November.
No, I think it's the American Thanksgiving, if I remember correctly, is I want to say end of November, if I remember correctly. So yeah, so I must have known, subconsciously I must have known it was Thanksgiving for you in Canada. So there we go. This is a card for all of our Canadian friends. I'd love to send it all to you, but there we go. Happy Thanksgiving. So there we go. So yeah, so that's that. So that was the thinking behind this one here and the theme. So if you like those, check it out. Check out the GDP project as well. That's very if you write a blog, check out their projects. It's great.
It's great for inspiration.
Yeah, it's good for inspiration as well. I would never have put these three colours together. I wouldn't have used them, and I think I know how much we haven't used Cajun Craze, because we've had the ink pad for about 6 years and it's still really, really juicy. It's because we haven't really used it. So good, that's that. So if you're only just joining, here's the card we made this evening, and this is some inspiration which we have got.
Cool.
So good. We're going to pick a winner for this at the end, because Jay's just going to come in and do an impromptu card. which
And
I've
I'll
got.
use your cards as inspiration.
And he's got what, these cards here?
Yeah.
Okay, he's using these cards as inspiration. So there we go. You do the same as well. If you do follow us on social media and you do create anything which is we've inspired you, you make sure you tag us. So at Mitosu Crafts, and then tag us when you put it in there, and then that way we will then get notified, and then we can have a little look at it. So on Facebook, on Instagram, Twitter, use at Mitosu Crafts, tag us, and we'll get notified. Are you ready, Jay?
Yeah, I can craft.
Have I filled enough?
Oh, Tommy's in. Right. So didn't Barry do well?
Didn't he do well?
If you agree,
Thumbs up.
thumbs up.
If you don't agree, which some of you don't agree, I've noticed we're
Yeah.
getting some thumbs downs as well.
But that's fine. Just let us know what we're doing incorrectly. So normal, thick, whisper white in our usual, whatchamacallit, dimensions. So use your normal dimensions. And the colors that I'm gonna try and use is the same colors as Barry have used for the Gentleman Crafters design team hop. So that is, I probably won't use all three in one go, but it's mint macaron pumpkin pie and Cajun craze. And because we put down heat embossing, I believe in the title, I will do some heat embossing as well. And why not? So this is another thick whisper white. I just had it, so I'm gonna, where's your heat embossing stuff? Prepare it with embossing buddy. I'm sure we have loads of offcuts, so don't tell Barry. Shh. I'm using a huge sheet. And I'm gonna use the big one and the next one down as well. So Lyndall said she tries to go really quickly, but as you saw Barry as well earlier, did you stamp it all in one go in Versamark and waited until you heat emboss Barry, right?
Yeah.
So you don't need to be as like rushing, as quick as you think you need to be. That one. Ooh. And the small one is in here. So I'll do the outlines, and instead of filling them with the stamp, we can do a bit of coloring with the inks. Oh, Tommy slide down right across the back of my chair. Oh, and now he's nudging me. Sorry, I'm giving you running commentary of why I'm getting. So either white or clear, because obviously the clear will then show through the embossing at the white paper. Where have we got clear? There we go. And then we're just gonna, can I see it? Yes, I can. Not really. I just wanted to say it. There we go. Plonk it on. I must not have stamped that correctly at the bottom there, but that's fine. That can just bleed through. So I'm just gonna bring in the heat tool, so talk amongst yourself or lower your volume. done. So water painters. So that's just got water in there, and we'll use some mint macaron. Looks like we've used it with Stella and Cajun Craze. Oh, not all the way in. Is that okay? So I've just added, sorry, you can see, loads of water, or a couple of drops of water, and I'm just gonna brush over the top. So really quick. So it doesn't matter if it goes over, because that's the look that we're aiming for. Just get your water painters out. You don't have to be like a painter or an artist to do this, so you can just do it and just it's there. I'm using the Cajun Craze. I know it's likely not brown, but ooh, can you mix it and then make a brown? Oh no, Barry. No. Shh, there's mint macaron on the corner of this corner. So I've just inked it up with Cajun Craze, and you can do a couple of actually I need a lot less color, and just do some on the bottom of the branches, just to add a bit of added color on there, and just going across. I'm just like wiggling it around. Ooh. For a bit of interest in the trees, and make it a bit folly. I don't know what that word is, but that is done. Can you get me tissue, please, just in case I need it? So it's quite subtle on there with cat hair as usual. Right, bring in Suki. I'm just gonna cut that. Thank you. I'm literally just sat probably a third of the edge of the seat because Tommy has lied down behind me. Oh, where's the magnetic plate? One, two, magnetic. And would that fit down? And the other one. So both trees have got coordinating dies, and it's better to get it as a bundle to save yourself 10% off and get some more Stampin' Up products in your shopping basket or cart. And don't forget the DSP, 15% off currently. A selection of them, including Playful Pets, Chewing the Town, which we've used as well. Snowflake Splendor, Poinsettia Place that I've played with for the Sunday Stamping Blog Hop did today, which you may or may not have seen, but it is there. I'll show you the projects from that as well. It's quite nice. It's just a hint of the mint macaron. It's so light. I don't know if you can actually see it. So we are just gonna use Paris inspiration of tone on tone. So I'm gonna get my thick whisper white. That's 1.5. And 1.5. So the proportion of this, or the dimension of this, should be 1.5 centimeter less than the card base, or that is, what's that, 3, 6, 9, 9, that can't be 9/8 of an inch. 1.5. So 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8 of an inch less. Yeah. So that's gonna go there, and I'm gonna add those on there as well. So let us do that. So for the background, Barry's actually used. Ooh, that's nice. Can you get me the mint macaron stamping blends, please? And whatever you use for that one, for the ribbon.
Mint macaron as well.
Yeah. Yeah, mint macaron and that ribbon.
Oh, sorry.
So right, we are gonna do that one and then keep it simple with that one. And I've got, what's this? Pumpkin pie, and we're just gonna splatter the background with that. And we're gonna use mint macaron to color the ribbon from, I believe it's from the
If you're gonna get it
Flowers of Every Season.
correct.
Yay!
Good memory.
Okay, so this it comes in a trio. So you have the
I wonder what it would be like.
Double
as well
one?
with that one there.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one. So
what's that one? Just Jade Gingham, I guess. And this one is just the white linen, and you can color anything white with your blends. So I'm gonna try that because that's what Barry used for this one. But
just out of curiosity, see what it looks like.
Barry wants me to try this one. So this is the from Forever Greenery Trim Combo Pack. We'll do light first and see if that works.
Coordinates with the set, the sweets.
I'm gonna use
Brush
the brush end. I can't remember if I've used it before. It is lovely. You can even color your linen thread as well. I've used. It is slightly darker because it is brown, but it just adds a different tone onto your blends. Oh, I quite like that one. I'm just doing the back. I know you can't see it, but I know it's there and it's not covered. So I'm just doing that a little bit. So you can, with the white, you can see it a bit more. That's lovely. It makes it look a little shimmery as well. I know it's not shimmery, but it reminds me of a sheer ribbon. It could be the plastic underneath, but I'll bring it up to the camera in a second. So which one do you prefer? Let us know and I'll add it. and that was with the light blend. So this one was the white linen against the very vanilla, I don't know what it is, open weave ribbon. Hi Krista, no worries. So yes, so let me know and I will add that on before I finish up my card. And because we're gonna add those on, I want to use another white piece, and this is and tear it up. This one I actually use for our World Card Making Day demonstration, and I'm just gonna cut that off to the same width, and then I'm just gonna tear it. So about there. And create a bit of texture and heels, not heel shoe, but heels, if that makes sense. And you can use the off piece as well. So we're gonna have that there. I'm gonna use the off cut and create more heels at the background using a sponge, which I thought I brought out. Bear with. Where's the sponge? Sponges? The stamping sponges? I thought I brought it out. Oh, it's behind. It's always. It's with me. It's always behind the laptop. Source. There we go. So mint macaron. I'm not gonna use the back of that because it might show. But we're just gonna add a bit of inking. The table is slightly wobbly. We pushed it out, so it wobbles a bit.
Somebody, a lady, Disha from Kenya, watching it.
Oh, hello. And all you need to do is like really light. You can add a bit more. So you can use a better mask, a bigger mask. So I'm just using that corner there to take off any excess. First, and then adding on down slightly darker than normal, but that is done. Ooh, I quite like the look of that. Maybe for another card. Cool. Alright, I am just gonna trim this one down so I can see a bit more of the sponging. There, done. Done. And we're gonna add this on. Did you see the comments regarding the ribbons? Which one did?
It was the white.
The white one, cool.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
I saw the most of.
So we can have that. And that's over there. And that can go there. Yeah. That looks alright. I've just seen that there's a bit of white there. And I don't want that to stand out too much. So just get my ink again and just cover that ink in mint macaron. There we go. That's better. And let's get constructing. So I'm gonna add that at the bottom with mini multi-purpose. Have you used up all of the glue? I'm kidding. It's flowing now. You could also, I didn't cut the sides. You could also use the sponging. Instead of the green, you can do blues for the skies and have that instead of the hills. So just cut off the excess. So turn it over and use the back, the layer as a guide, so you know that it's straight and you have that on already. I'm gonna stick this down. White on white. Maybe take that off. And then dimensionals. So I'm gonna have that there. I'm gonna add the small one in dimensionals. And I would normally have a band, but because you have those hills going across already, we can probably just get away with just a hint of the ribbon. So really subtle trees. You don't have to because we've been doing the in the pines. Oh, can you check the rice? Sorry.
Yes, I have.
Thanks. Completely forgot I was cooking it. Yeah, in the trees we normally use for like really dark for our projects. So I thought, oh, change it up just by using light colors or watercolor technique. So I'm nearly done. Don't forget to add your comments. So sentiment wise, so the two sentiments on here is scissors greetings or thinking of you. I'll do thinking of you, so that's a bit more kind of like for different occasions that you can use. Is that what you use as well, Barry? Thinking of
Sorry.
you.
I use seasons greetings.
Oh, I was just being blind then because there's two stamps.
Yeah, seasons greetings and thinking of you.
I mean, like two stamps. I can't see the other stamp.
Oh, you're looking for it on tape, right?
Huh?
It's right there.
Sorry? Thinking of you.
Are you looking for something?
Yeah. I'll just use season's greeting. I can't find the other layer of stamps.
Oh, okay. You're looking for a layer of stamps.
Right. So we will
Thinking of you
use.
is in there.
Am
Yeah.
I being?
Yeah, you're being
I was so
completely-
blind. So
That's
I
what I
thought.
think so.
That's why I asked you. Is there two layers of stamps? It's there.
No, That's why I'm looking at him going, what?
That's why I was like, is there 2 layers of stamps? 2 sheets of stamps, shall I say. So we can do some in pumpkin pie, which we haven't used. Oh, I forgot to do some splattering. Oh well. And this one, I won't fussy cut. I'll just try and keep it. So I used the edge of the paper and I'm gonna cut that down. I always blame Barry. I'm like, where did you put it? So if I trim this straight on the edge, you didn't see, I just trimmed that straight so I know when I put that in there or there, it will be straight. So you can normally see where the channel is for the trimmer, and that doesn't look like it's gonna cut the sentiment, and I just went ahead with it. So just use your paper trimmer as well to cut it down, and if that's gonna go there, yeah, I can banner it up and then do, so I'm using the sentiment for the angle, so I want it the same way. You can even use your off piece if you really want to. So it's the same way as Paris been showing in previous videos how to use your off piece as a guide for your punch as well. So those 2 sides is the same angle, and we're gonna have it there, and then we're gonna add the white ribbon, and then, or mint macaron, and I'm just gonna angle that as well. Probably not the same actually. I'm just gonna cut it. There. You can even turn it over if you really want to be precise, and then use the other side to cut. Again, the same angle, so a bit long-winded for some people, but if you like that look, or if you want to be precise, you can be. So just there, a hint of that, and then we can use what Paris used as well for earlier, and we are good to go. Cool. So mini glue dot, and we're gonna anchor the ribbon. You right, Barry? At the back, so I'm just adding mini glue dot there, and then placing that how I want it. And then, because that's gonna be on and off the tree, I'm gonna add dimensionals on either side as well. Ooh, just too wide. So maybe the mini dimensionals will be better, but I am going to cut that and it's still usable, so I'm saving it. There. Okay, and that is gonna go on top there. I know that I'm covering some of the sponging as well, but sometimes don't be afraid to cover what's you've already done and created for the better of the design, because you can still see. Oh, you know what, I forgot to do that one.
Gian's gone beautiful card. Jay is Minnie's nickname, Mini Glue Dot.
Yay! Excuse me. Ooh, I did bring. We had this for ages. This is like shimmer paint when we used to have the gold, but the frost white is still available. I know that it won't be gold. I thought this was the white, but it just looks like it's, well, it's got, you can see it's got gold pigments in there, and it is with alcohol or rubbing alcohol. So we've had this for a while, but you can get you can use it with water. It just dries out slightly longer. So I'm just gonna mist this instead of doing the blends. And then it is, I don't know if you can see, but there's some shimmer on there. The frost white obviously will stay white and will look slightly like shimmer card. Is it shimmery card? Shimmery card?
Yeah.
Yeah. And finally, we are using the gold from here. I will do some on the frost white. We have loads still. We recently bought some, which, because I thought we've used up all of ours, but we actually didn't. We haven't used it up. White, so we're gonna have a couple. Two big ones there. I like hiding the embellishment. So there. I didn't like the big one. I've changed my mind to the small one. There you go. That is done. So white on white, with hints of mint macaron and pumpkin pie and Cajun craze, because we lightened up the Cajun craze with water. It doesn't. It looks a bit like pumpkin pie, but it is actually quite nice. I hope you enjoyed that. I didn't plan on anything, so it was a bit of a, where's everything?
Crafting on the fly.
Crafting on the fly. So yes, don't forget to add your last call for the names, as Barry has said, and you will get to be put onto the random draw for the card he created earlier, and this one can then go onto the next live stream random draw.
Yes. Okay. So let's pick a winner. I'm just going to show Betty some pictures because
Yeah.
she wanted to see. So she'd like to do the cruise to Norway. We were talking about this. So I'm just going to show you. There's us with the cruise and the snow, because we were talking about snow and people are getting snow already. So I thought I'd got all ready for our holiday. Yes, and hopefully you'll be lucky enough to see the Northern Lights like we were as well. So good. So we're going to pick a winner now. I'm just going to put up all of the
names.
The
So
names.
whilst Barry's doing that, I'll show you some more inspiration with the pine wood dies. You may, as mentioned earlier, you may have seen this already on our blog, but this is a fold flat tea holder, battery tea light holder, and it's using the pine wood dies, and that's with the clear weight of Stella and poinsettia place designer series paper. Why are you laughing?
So Heather's gone. Should I say congrats now, Sherry?
Yeah, poinsettia place again included in the 15% off DSP promotion currently in October. And this one, I know it's not in the pines, but this one was the card to coordinate with the 3D project. And this one is the pop-up card. So the flip top pop-up automatically opens up and showing your poinsettia petals, and yes, lovely and shimmery. That's why I wanted to add some shimmer in my card this evening, because that's what I've been playing with. So yes, so another flip top pop-up card on our blog or website using Trimming the Town is available for the tutorial for purchase as well.
Good. Cool. Excellent. Right, we have 44 names in tonight,
Wow.
which is amazing. So there we go. So we're going to give away this card here, and the winner of this is going to be, drum roll,
Good luck.
Stacey Bianchi. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Stacey, please, congratulations. This card is working its way to you. So excellent. Let's come round. Jay has
Yes.
got company. Oh, and company behind him as well.
That's how I've been crafting all night with him at the back, and then Minnie joined.
It's good. Well done, Stacey. That card there is working its way over to you. So thank you very much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, anything else you'd like to add quickly?
Nope, I can't think of anything.
Stacey, message us with your details. Thank you very much. And we'll
Thank
see you
you.
on Wednesday at 7 o'clock.
Take care.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.